Hey, this is Kasia Rachfall, and I've got a fast, juicy topic for you this morning, all about how you cannot get to self love through self judgment. So, why is that? Because when we judge ourselves, we put ourselves down, we lower our vibration, and oh, hey, Erin, hey, darling, I'm so glad you're here. Thanks so much for the hearts. You lower your vibration, you put yourself down, and it would be the same as if you were trying to raise a child or build up a friend by berating them, right? That it's the same comparison. Whenever you make yourself wrong, or you put yourself down, or you try to look at yourself and anything you've done through that lens of self-judgment, it's going the opposite direction of self-love. So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Kasia Rachfall. I work as an intuitive healer and coach with creative, spiritual, ambitious women who want to give up and stop those patterns, especially if they're generational patterns of feeling broken, feeling always judged, flogging themselves, and finally accept themselves fully, trust themselves, and love themselves more, not less. So how do you get to self-love? Well, you can't do it through that window of self-judgment. Like I said, and it really comes down to, you can look at it psychologically, you can look at it through law of attraction, but what does judgment do? It makes you look at everything that you've done wrong. It makes you dig up pain often, right? It makes you dig up things that you think are wrong with you. It makes you look at all the ways in which you feel like you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you don't belong, all the ways in which you suck, basically, right? Let's just be blunt. It makes you look at all the ways in which you suck. Where in all of that is self-love? It isn't. It cannot exist in the same pot as self-judgment, right? Imagine your best friend coming to you in pain because whatever happened. Would you judge her? Would you tell her how much she sucks? Would you tell her, well, you're not good enough because of all these things, right? Of course you wouldn't do that. You would love her. You would support her. You would tell her all the ways in which she is amazing, all the ways in which she shines, all the things she should notice about herself that are epically wonderful. But we don't do that for ourselves. And for a variety of reasons, we have learned, thank you so much for the hearts, we have learned to have this belief, a lot of us, including myself, like I'm not innocent here either. This is something I've worked on for a really long time. We have taken on this belief that in order to improve ourselves, we first have to beat the crap out of ourselves, right? We have to dig up all the shit that we think is wrong, fix it, and then once that's done, then we can spend all this time loving ourselves and everything's going to be hunky-dory. It just doesn't work that way. Like Abraham Hicks always says, you can't get there from there. The only way to get to self-love, like authentic, true self-love, not pretend self-love, is by loving yourself more, not less, not by judging yourself. Now, this does not mean you throw out personal growth altogether, or you stop doing the things that work for you to help yourself improve and grow. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is shift the focus a little bit, okay? Shift the focus from all the shit that you think you do wrong and look at all the stuff that you do right. It's not going to be everything, right? We're human. We're going to screw up. We're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. But when you make a mistake, instead of judging yourself for it, what if you started to just be like, you know what? Oh, well, I'm human. I'll try better. I'll do better next time. Or look at, you could maybe even start laughing at yourself and seeing the silliness and the fun in it. No mistake is ever so horrible, right? Okay, very few mistakes are so horrible that they need to be judged so harshly by us, right? So start there, small shift. Instead of trying to fix yourself for all the things you're doing wrong, start loving yourself instead. And what does self-love look like? What does that mean? Well, that's a topic for another episode. I'm starting these inner powerful self, very short episodes. I'm going to try to keep them to under 5 minutes and share these tidbits. For now, consider you can't get to self-love through self-judgment. How often do you judge yourself? And how often would you prefer to love yourself? So start there. Let me know how it goes. Thanks so much, Tracy. Thanks, Erin, for joining me.